Hello everyone and welcome to Wellness Oracle Guidance. I am Vanessa and I'm going to do a general love reading for the sign of Aquarius. So keep in mind, this reading being general, it will not resonate to everybody, but you can check the description box below the video to find out about your other signs that are affecting your relationships as well. So you might find more answers there with the readings that are linked to those signs. Okay, so what I wanted to say also is I wanted to thank all of you who have subscribed to the channel and who liked share those videos from this channel, because it really helps me to grow. And I am really hoping when I get like over 1,000 subscribers that I'll be able to do some live readings, answering your questions live as well. So that's my goal here as well. I want to do more on this channel. For now I'm just I just have to be patient and do those longer readings once a month for you, because yeah, it takes a lot of time, but you know, if I could do live readings, it would sort a lot of things for me time wise. So that said, thank you for your presence, your support, and everything you do. I really hope that I give it back to you in the best way possible with those readings. And yeah, so how for those of you who are new, how these readings are happening. First of all, I talk about the visions I get when I shuffle the cards. Then I move on to the tarot reading here with past, present, and future energies. And then we move on to the guidance with the oracle cards. And then here we have 3 cards from which you will be able to pick one, and it will tell you something about your heart chakra, where you are on your path to love with your soulmate, and it will give you some cues about what's going to happen next. Okay, so that said, let's start with the reading. So for the visions I got, those visions were a little bit confusing for some, but not all of them though. But first of all, I got a pretty calm and quiet feeling. I saw someone sitting in the dark inside of a big place. It seems like a castle, or you know um, a big house, like a manor or something like that, looking out the window. It was sunny outside, and in contrast it was dark inside, and someone was sitting in contemplation looking out the window. So for me, it is talking about contemplating about life, about what's out there in the world, and what you could, contemplating what you could do next, what you, how you see your life, and kind of thinking about your own life in a deep way. So that's what I was getting with that. Then the next vision I got, I saw a super red moon showing up above some green hills. It looked like a drawing or a painting, like a pastel painting. For me, it's like in a kid's book. It's really nice, very peaceful picture here. For me, this super red moon talks about renewal and rebirth, but because the moon was red, it is talking about that passion, that drive you have inside of you. You're kind of looking at that and really shifting it in a new way. So there is a renewal or rebirth about that. So that was that. And the next vision I got, it was like really into action. I saw it. I felt like I was on a train, but I was seeing like outside of the train, and it was moving really fast, going through a tunnel and getting out of the tunnel. But like I could feel the vibrations and hear the sound of the train on the tracks. and going like really at full speed and out of a tunnel. So for me it's like maybe getting out of a dark period, or realizing something, seeing the light about something. And it felt like something like this, but in a really really fast pace. So yeah, something is happening for you that happens really fast. That's what I'm feeling. Next thing, I saw kind of a book cover, um, that was closing, and inside, instead of pages, there were two mirrors stuck to each side of the cover, on the inside. And for me, it's talking about two people mirroring each other, but it's like ending because it's closing, so you can't see anymore through the mirrors once it is closed. So for me, it's talking about, yeah, maybe two people ending a phase of mirroring each other. So that's what it felt to me, and it seemed like in a really old vintage place, or I don't know, it felt like going back in time. So yeah, it's probably a long-term person, a person that was a long term in your life. You were doing things together all the time. You really someone was speaking, the other one was thinking it. It's like really being on the same page all the time, and this is coming to an end in some way. Then the next vision, that was the one that really puzzled me. It was really strange. I saw the face of Mickey Mouse, and I was like, okay, what's that about? And then it faded, and instead I saw a cat, but like a cartoon cat, ginger cat, raising its paws to the sky, and like opening its mouth wide open and screaming. Like, I was really okay. I felt like the cat was kind of annoyed with the Mickey Mouse. So it's like cats are very they love to go out in the world on their own and discover the world, and really they're independent, and they don't rely on anyone. Pretty much they can survive in the wild pretty easily. And I feel that this is a person being annoyed by people who are not mature enough, and who kind of remain kids in some way. They're always relying on other people, and just like having it easy, just because they're not putting in too much effort in discovering the world, and doing things by themselves. And the cat kind of got annoyed with that. So maybe there's you know um, how do you say this, the version of way of thinking here between two people. There's something like that, so two people don't agree on things. So this could be related to the two mirrors I saw, like two people not being the same anymore. So yeah. And then the last vision I got, I kind of saw a woman from the side wearing a hat. It felt like it was in Scotland or Ireland or Iceland, those green landscapes with the cliffs on the coast, and that woman was like on the coast looking at the cliffs, and there were like big dark clouds above that were like parting, and then the light came through, shining on the cliffs. And so to me, it is, I had that sense of peace. And for me, it is talking about some kind of enlightenment, something that you see, that you can, you know, um, start in your life. But like, it reminded me of the card the Fool in the tarot, which you got a man like standing, by a cliff, about to jump out and go out and discover the world. And um, I think it's big. Getting clearer for you to do that, to just to rediscover the world in a new way, in a new independent way, not maybe not relying on society too much, and really feeling your independence, and feeling good about discovering things, having that kind of new beginning, and feeling after a long I feel the peacefulness I felt from the woman. I think she has thought about it for a long time, and now she's realizing, like, yeah, that's what I have to do. That's let's go. I see it now. That kind of feeling, and that brings me back to my very first vision of someone looking out at the window, through the window, and it was sunny outside, contemplating, and you know this first vision talks to me about the long time spent reflecting on something, and the last vision is more about that final enlightenment about something. So yeah, there is something here for you that is definitely on the verge of change, and we're gonna see what it is about, because apparently if it's coming here in this reading, it's gonna affect your love life. So it could be about plainly about your love life, but could be about your overall life, and it's gonna affect your love life in some way. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna explain to you the energies, whether you are single or coupled, or somewhere in between. So for the past energies, you got 8 of Wands in reverse. So this to me is more talking about a discord, or a lack of communication, or it feels like it reminds me of those two mirrors closing, like on each other, and two people not feeling and thinking the same way anymore. So that's the feeling I get with this card, with the 8 of Wands. It's quick communication usually, and upright and quite positive, but in the reverse I get really something happening fast. But here it's like maybe reflecting about something, but like looking at things that are about a discord or disagreement of some kind. That is shown here. You quickly discover that something is not the same. Next card, you got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about someone trying to make things better, offering some love, and trying to make things right with someone. So maybe you disagreed with someone, you had a discord, or maybe someone feel like they're falling apart with someone else and trying to come back and make things better. So it could be that if you are completely single and you have no one in mind, it could be within you, feeling something is changing within you, and trying to just kind of reconnect yourself to the life that with love, and trying to reconnect maybe with people around you, and just to feel that kind of security and love and connection. So that's what I'm getting here. And then you got the Judgment card upright. So this is about making a judgment, seeing things clearly and making a judgment on it, making a decision that's gonna be long lasting. So based on that, your judgment's gonna be like really, your decision's gonna be really based on what you feel the strongest. Is it that you want to feel loved and staying in that cocoon, or really, looking deeper into that discord and what's actually happening here for you, and making a decision on that. So it could be making a decision, discovering something new, something that is growing within you, that is making you feel different, or really trying to connect or reconnect with someone. Okay, so maybe with yourself if you're completely single. But there is that sense of feeling that you have to make a big decision for yourself, and looking at things more in details here. So that's for your past energies. For your present energies, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is about someone not really changing his or her ways, still doing the same things as before and not really wanting to change or not feeling like they are able to change. So this is an indication here. It could be you, but you feel like you find it difficult to change something, or maybe you feel kind of stuck in some way. You feel reluctant to change something. In your situation, maybe you are coupled and you are reluctant to change something within this connection. If you are on your own, it could be you having difficulties changing something in your life, and maybe you feel like you need to change something but you can't. So but like trying to do something, keep doing things, but like you can't get any other outcome, the one that you really want. So there's a stuck feeling here, still doing the same things as before but not really evolving in some way. So it could be you, it could be your person. So that is going to depend on your situation, and I'm going to explain that further. Your main energy for your reading is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a quick energy, it's a quick action, quick thinking, and wanting to do things right now. So maybe you feel that something needs to change and right now, and you're trying to go toward that person that is reluctant to change. So if you are coupled, it could be, that dynamic where, you're feeling an evolution within you, and you're trying to purge your person to evolve with you, and they don't feel that they can, or even if they want to, they're kind of stuck in their ways, and so the discord is kind of still here in between. But it feels like that change that is happening is like you can't do anything about it. It's just happening, it's like so strong that you just have to go with it. But it's creating some kind of havoc within a connection. If you're completely on your own, it could be you feeling that change within you. Maybe you don't see life the same way. Maybe you realize you don't really want things you thought you wanted. Maybe you're realizing you want a different life, or you want to live differently, or you're how to say this, you're expanding your spirituality in some way, and it's making you adapt in your life, making some changes in your life, and it's kind of difficult for you to follow through. But for those who are coupled, I do see like a difference in between two people here. With the Five of Cups in reverse, I do see that I do have a sense of unconditional love, but it's not, it's like feeling that something is over in some way, but realizing, looking at it with love, because feels like you had a great time having a deep connection with someone who really brought you a lot into your life, but knowing that it's not gonna be able to keep going the way it was. Something is changing, and it's changing within you. So but I don't feel the love is gone. I feel that it's you're just accepting that there is a difference between you two. If you're on your own, I do feel that you're looking at yourself with love, and really taking the time to acknowledge what has changed within you, and wanting to look at the brighter side of life, and really wanting to improve what you felt was wrong in your life, and really wanting to look out for that now, because before it was like kind of painful in some way, because your life was like not the way you wanted it, but maybe you didn't know why. Maybe you felt that there was always something wrong, but you couldn't put your finger on it, and now you're realizing, you have that urge to change things, and you're realizing what was wrong, and now you're wanting to see things better, in a better light, in a loving way, and wanting to expand towards love, towards that new path. And yeah, so so this could be, with a partner that disconnect, could be with other people in your life as well, that who you really care about. But I'm doing love reading, so I'm gonna only talk about love connections, but take it as it resonates with you. But that's the dynamic of the energies here. Something is changing, you are evolving in some way, and it's happening quickly. Now there is a huge to do those changes. So your future energies, I see the Temperance in reverse. So it's gonna for a while it's gonna feel like kind of a strange, like you're not gonna feel balanced for a while, but it's normal after such a deep change within you. It's gonna be, you're gonna tiptoe into your new life, in your new way of thinking, your new way of seeing your life, looking at things, and also you're not gonna invest in the things you invested in before. Maybe people, things, situations, you're just redirecting your energy, but for in the meantime you're like not feeling too balanced, but you're really walking it through, to find that illumination, that path, really trying to find your way, and in search of that um, new way of life, and find that contentment, that enlightenment, fulfillment within you. It's gonna happen for you, but for now it's kind of a, you're kind of trying to keep your balance on your way out from your old life into your new life. That's what I'm getting here. And if this is more talking about your connection, it's just like you're feeling it in the 3D, in your life, that things with your partner, it's not as it used to be. You're not investing much into them, and they're not investing much into you either. There's that misunderstanding somehow, not really seeing eye to eye. So maybe it is difficult for some of you. It could be difficult for your partner to really understand what's going on and why this is happening. So that's the feeling I'm getting here. Then you get the Knight of Wands. So this could talk, as it's in reverse, it could talk about some delays, some things that need to be resolved in order to move forward. And it's kind of maybe someone is trying to keep you in their life, and they see you are changing, and they try to keep you in their life, as much as possible, because they fear, that you're not gonna love them anymore, you're not gonna be as passionate as before. So you're not gonna really. I'm sorry, someone knocked on my door. That was disturbing. So they might fear that it's kind of difficult to let you go in some way. They're feeling that parting, and you may feel blockages as well going into your new way of living your life. And it's really about making your way towards that new vision, that new life, that new path. Trying to find that path, because it's not really already opened, and You can see the way forward right there. You know, it's you have to make it. So for the last card you got the Lovers in reverse. So you know, you're gonna decide on what you're gonna do next, but you're gonna help with what feels right now. Not gonna think too much far into the future. You're gonna make decisions one step at a time. You know, it feels kind of a long way, but it feels good though, you know, for you. It's a need. I do feel that it's a deep need that you realize you had, and you're really walking your way towards that, and you're doing it one step at a time. So it might ask you in the end to, you know, disconnect with someone, but not necessarily. But it could be really making a new choice. But again, here to make that makes you feel good right now, because maybe things are overwhelming for you. You're maybe at times you're not too sure what way you need to go, but that's what is happening for you here. So yeah, so I do see kind of a disconnect, not being on the same page with someone else. If you're completely on your own, it's you really disconnecting with your old life and creating a new one, but it's like not being sure where to go exactly and how to do it, and you're doing it one step at a time, and making sure that you at each step you feel that's the right step to make. So yeah, so this is a great change, evolution. I don't feel it's a bad thing. You know, if you're with someone you don't want to part with them, it's gonna really depend on you, what you really feel inside, because it's really your energy. I do feel that is, you know, feeling a shift inside of you, and you really have to adapt your life because of that, and you can't deny it, you know. So you'll have to see what you can do about it. If your person is going to accept or wanting to evolve with you, for now I see that they have a hard time doing so. So maybe you need to find a way to help them out, along with you. But you know, make sure that you're not playing it all by yourself. But if they're not willing to go along with you, I do feel that you're gonna feel like you need to part ways. That's what I'm getting here, and it's for the betterment of yourself. So yeah, so I do hope it helps you see things more clearly. You know, maybe you should take things more slowly, even though if you feel this urge within you to change things right now. Something happened to you anyway that made you realize something, and with the visions I you know, told you about before the reading, it's really making me feel, you know, this card makes me feel, your main energy makes me feel like the train going straight forward, you know, into the light and going for it, and you know, and this one, the Judgment, looking out the window, like my first vision, and the two mirrors, you know, closing out. I do feel that here with this card, you know, trying to do things as before, but it's not happening. With the Temperance as well, I get that feeling. And Ginger Cat being kind of like wondering what's going on with Mickey Mouse. I mean, and you know, putting his paws up. You know, I do feel that with the, you know, the Lovers card and the Knight of Wands here. You know, feeling like, what the heck, like, you know, it needs to happen, you know, why is it taking so long, why are you not coming with me? I get that kind of feeling. So maybe you should, you know, if you can, slow down, and if you really want them on board with you, but it's not guaranteed, because they might not want the same thing in the end. So, you know, doesn't mean that you're not gonna be, you know, friends, or it's gonna, you know, It doesn't mean you're gonna argue and not talk to each other ever after, you know, but it feels like you're not on the same page anymore. And there's something, this is that shift I feel here, and you're really deciding on that because you feel it deep down within you, even though there is love. I see with the Knight of Cups upwards, you know, in the past, you know, them trying to understand what's going on with you and trying to connect with you, you're disconnecting. And you're like, hey, come with me, do this, do that. Like, you know, don't you realize this? You know, that's what we should do, that's how we should live, or, you know, and you're not on the same page, and you feel that love, but you're understanding that you need to part ways, and it's not an easy path, but it's a path that is worth it in some way, if that makes sense. So it's yeah, it's a bit I would say it's bittersweet, because it's never easy to part with someone, even if it's only about yourself. It is bittersweet because you have all those memories from your old life, and you're like getting into a new life. You're not too sure what is your path, and it's a little bit of a challenge, and it can be at times fearful, you know, scary. I mean, to not know exactly where you're going, what is the path, because you have to make it yourself. I do feel that you're being enlightened, and you feel that you have to follow your intuition. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. You know, ready to jump out that cliff. I'm sure if I would clarify those cards, I would get the full card, because the last vision I got reminded me of that. But it was a more like peaceful and quiet, you know, kind of a stuck in time moment, and not into action, but really looking at that and thinking like, yeah, that's what I have to do, you know, thinking about it. So let's move on to the oracle cards. So for the totem animal, you got the gorilla, and it says, take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. Okay, so, you know, this is about, you know, if you're not on the same page with someone, it would be your partner, your, you know, your kids, your parents, your, you know, your close friends, whoever you feel is as your family. You know, there is a disconnection here, and there is a need for sending unconditional love to them, and really trying to trade with them with care and with love, and because there is that misunderstanding that's making things hard in the connection, within the connection, and you need really to nurture those connections, even though you need to make a choice for yourself that is not acknowledged by everybody. So there's something like that I do feel here for you. So that's what I'm getting with this card. Really taking the time to listen with compassion, those you love, yeah, and understanding where they come from and what they expect from life, and maybe from you as well, and for you to communicate exactly what you're feeling, because they might not understand very well what's going on with you. Okay, so let's move on to the next card. It says making new friends, from the fairy deck from Doreen Virtue. So this card is saying, if I get the book, what have I done with the book? Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I've been disturbed. I got the cat playing at my feet, someone knocking on my door. So it says your circle of friends and acquaintances is shifting to a higher frequency. Old friends may part ways, and new people are entering your life. And the affirmation is, I am grateful for my wonderfully supportive and loving friends. So maybe you have you have made some new friends that are kind of going along with your new path. Maybe you're feeling that you're disconnecting with some people and connecting with new ones. It doesn't mean that you know necessarily that you're leaving an old lover and getting with a new one, but there's definitely that shift of you know, surroundings, people surrounding you. You're not on the same page with some people, and you're more on the same page with new ones. You know, you feel that pull towards them and towards what you feel, you know, they share with you. So there is this, and it, you know, it doesn't mean that you know, there is no more love, but it is important to know that. But it is just that, you know, there is a parting here in some way, and it's happening quickly. It's not easy for you to temper that and to find your balance in that. It may feel like chaos in some way, because you're not sure if you're doing the right things at times, because you're like, I do feel that you have that love for them, and it's just that misunderstanding that is making things difficult. Next, you got the card of authenticity, and it's number 10, and it says the energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives, with others as well as with ourselves. So this is number 10, so it goes down to a 1, so this is a new start. You know, you can actually meditate on the mandala here. If you want to pause the video, if you like to do visual meditations, you can do that. Okay, it's gonna help you being authentic. So what it is saying is that you know, being authentic is really helping you live our lives as we are. You know, you're not living anyone else's life by being authentic, and it's the best way forward for you as being your true self here, really showing who you are deep down, what you feel that you are, what is actually happening within you. So yeah, I do get that. So actually with this, I'm kind of getting, like, for some of you it might talk about you know, feeling like you're you know, if you loved like men before, you feel like you're maybe more going towards women, or vice versa. Maybe there could be something like that that other people might not understand. That's a pretty, you know, general first thing that comes to mind anyway, you know, but I'm kind of getting that right now. So for some of you it could be about that, you know, trying to yeah, trying to tell other people that you've you actually feel love deep down for like another gender. And it could be that also that you, yeah, it's, you want to make a big change in your life, you want to live differently, but like generally it's about that change, that difference, something that is really calling you, that you can't hide, and you need to, you feel that you need to be authentic. And you know that this card is really saying to you, this energy is supporting you in getting your best life. You know, you're not living anyone else's life. So yeah, so this is probably getting you to make new friends, and it is asking you to really listen with compassion, and you know, showing love still with the people you're parting ways with, or you're disconnecting with in some level anyway. It doesn't mean that they're not gonna be in your life anymore, but you don't have that connection you had before. Next card, with the Secret Garden card, you got change. So it says, as with the falling leaves, embrace change. So here it's talking about that shift, that change that's happening within you. and you're realizing, and you need to move forward in a new direction here. So yeah, that's what's happening for you, that change. So but change is inevitable, so just embrace it, you know. We all evolve in some ways, you know. We all have that within our lives, whether we see it really for what it is or not. You know, for you, I do feel it's a big, deep change. Something is happening for you, and you just can't go along with the way you used to live before. That's for sure. So that's what I'm getting. About the signs I'm getting here, you got Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Gemini. If it resonates with you, you know, if you're dealing with someone of that sign, well, good. If not, it's just the energy, you know, the characteristics of those signs that are playing out in your situation. Okay, so let's move on to the heart chakra cards. So here you can take a deep breath to, you know, to center yourself, to feel peaceful and quiet within you, so you can make your choice. You should feel that there is one card that is calling you stronger than the others. You know, if you're not sure, you can pause the video and take your time. You can put your hand over the card as well and feel if, you know, the energy is shifting over one specific card. But you can choose by number as well. So take your time, pause the video if you need to, and I'm gonna read the messages for you. So card number 1, it says blockages and karmic memories and 6 months. Yeah, that's what I'm getting with the Knight of Wands here. You know, those blockages, and yeah, well, the blockages, you get them at past, present, and future as well, in different ways. But let's see what this message is saying. At this time, there are karmic blockages in the way that are troubling or preventing the realization of all of your efforts. Nothing is happening the way your little heart would want to. This is stressing you out and it is making you angry, which is absolutely understandable. You need a karmic cleansing because you have within your energetic body memories that are blocking the situation. If you have already started an energy walk, it is not finished yet, and all of these blockages in your external life and in your interaction with others are unexpected. Your own karmic memories are weighting you down and are barriers to the encounter or to the harmony you are looking for. If you don't heal these memories, you will remain in this stagnant situation with no way out, if only and only if, with no way out, and only if you don't proceed with the healing of these memories. Only one session might be enough. So your guides are inviting you to go towards this process of liberation that will at the very least save you from this. So maybe you'll feel like you need to part to find yourself. You know, it could be that. Maybe in order to come back in a better way for you guys who picked that card, because it's your karmic memories that are playing out here. So yeah. So let's see what the message is saying for the 6-month time frame. Why are you trying to have it all right away? You know there is something you need to figure out. Your guides are telling you, with all of their benevolence, that you must stop to want everything now, because every time you are putting up walls against romantic situations that are hurting you. They want you to stop hurting your little heart because you are losing your self-confidence. You are not yet in an energy of connection with another, but it is around the corner because it will come into your life in 6 months from now. Then you will have a favorable answer to your wants and hopes. If you are waiting on an encounter, the time hasn't come yet. If you are waiting on news or some news of some new, if you are waiting on news or some new harmony, it will really be here in 6 months. Make sure you are listening to yourself first and foremost. So this is, I do see that this is what you're doing, but you're having a hard time here really balancing yourself out. There's something, an energy that is really disruptive for you, and yeah, I do see there is that quick energy, you know, with the train and the Knight of Swords. This night is the fastest of all the nights. They want everything now, do things now, and let's go, let's do this. And you know, it's like that urge I do feel here with this, within this reading. And you know, maybe you feel you need to do that change, and you find it difficult within you to do that. You know, and I do feel that for some of you here, you find it difficult to change something within you and let go maybe of something, of some energies that are tricking you and preventing you from connecting with someone else, or you know, other people that are important in your life. But yeah, if that's the case for you guys, I do feel that there is something that you need to sort out within yourself, and you're going to do that. It's not gonna be easy. You're gonna feel quite unbalanced, and really you know, it's gonna weight you down a little bit, because it's gonna feel like it's taking ages, and you know, you're not out of the tunnel here. But even though you wanted that, but it's gonna bring you in a better place to connect with the right person, maybe the past one or a new one. Okay, but you will have friends, you will meet people who will help you do that, I feel. But remember to be authentic and to communicate with others with love, and listen with love as well. Whatever may be said to you, even if it's not easy to hear, make sure that you receive it in a way that, you know, they tell you this in order for you to, you know, improve something for you. You know, they're not telling you that to annoy you, but really to help you out. You know, it's coming from a place of love, even if you don't receive it this way. So make sure that you listen with love and that you communicate with love as well. Okay, so that was your message for you, card number 1. So you're gonna have like 6 months down the line, it's gonna play out for you. Card number 2. Dark-haired man or woman, and 3 weeks. So for you the message will be different. A dark-haired man or woman plays or will play a very important part in your romantic life. Your guides are telling you that things linked to a dark-haired person will be put into place. Either you will meet a dark-haired person, either a dark-haired person will help you realize a forward movement in your love life. There are someone who will find to be totally trustworthy, and who will open a new door to your heart chakra. There can also be someone who will open your heart, or someone who will help you open it up or resolve conflicts you may have in your romantic life. New interactions are coming into your romantic life, and a lot of happiness is within reach. So a dark-haired person will be helping you out within the next 3 weeks, I guess, because that's the second message that I will read out to you. But yeah, you will get that forward movement, and even though you feel stuck right now, know that that person will help you out, because they will help you feel more balanced and help you lift those blockages and find ways to get back towards yourself and what you truly want. So it may be a new lover, or you know, or a lover that you already know, but it might be a friend, a family member, someone that you can trust and who will really help you out. It could be a mentor, you know, a teacher, someone like that. Okay, they will really, you know, help you, and you can trust that person. So for the time frame, it says 3 weeks. Your guides are telling you that the things you are waiting for in your love life are coming in 3 weeks' time. Meanwhile, everything you are waiting for is coming through signs or concrete acts. But the achievement of your hopes will happen in your life within 3 weeks. Within a month, you will either get great news or opportunities. So take this time to protect yourself, be in the know, and let go. Within 3 weeks, some very beautiful surprises will come towards you in regards to your love life. So yeah, 3 weeks will be a great time for you to just rest and rejuvenate. Make sure you feel balanced. Maybe you can try to meditate and spend some time with friends, and talk things out with authenticity and really try to understand what's going on within you and why things are blocked for you, why you feel they're blocked, and why maybe you want to push things forward too fast. Maybe you're not just seeing what's blockage what's the blockage really. So you need to assess things here, but really you need to relax and take the time and maybe let go of the outcome of what's going to happen. Maybe you want it so much that you can see the way forward. So really, that person will help you do that as well. So make sure you do listen to yourself. You are gentle with yourself within those 3 weeks, and good things will happen for you next. Okay, so thank you for you, card number 2. Let's move on to card number 3. You got breakup and 2 months. So I was kind of picking up on that with the reading for some, even though it's could be many different things, but here for those of you who pick this card, it's talking about that. So let's see what it says. This talks about a breakup in regards to you. It is a breakup that is happening now or that is to come and that you are not accepting. Yet, your guides are telling you that you need to overcome this phase in your life, that you need to consider it as a mourning period, as it is getting you to open up to a new phase. If you are in a relationship now, in which there are conflicts and unexpected events, your guides are telling you that there are signs that this relationship must end and you must open yourself to the unknown and most of all to the renewal. If you are single at this time, then you must mourn a past relationship that is still present in your energies, as it is creating blockages and delays for the renewal that is waiting for you. You must face this breakup today that is a transition towards your true happiness. When you will come to accept and undergo this complicated phase of your life, everything will be a lot more clear for you. It is a certitude. Okay, so for you it is not really accepting that you and your person are not getting on the same page. You are kind of parting and you're not really wanting to see that, but things are kind of slowing down here within the connection, and you'll find it difficult to find a new path. You don't, maybe you want to rush into them and want to mend things. Maybe that's you trying to mend things here with the Knight of Cups. Could be your energy, but something has been decided and you're not accepting it. That could be it as well. The energy here. So yeah, know that if you let go of a relationship that isn't working, even though you don't know what's gonna happen next, know that it is giving you the possibility to get something even better. And usually when you truthfully do it, with all of your heart, with all of your faith that something better is gonna come, it is gonna manifest for you. But if you're always in a place of worry and doubt and crying over the past, it's gonna really block the road for you to get that new love that you really want. Okay, so but I don't see you really too much mourning on the past. I do see you seeing things as they are and really looking at the situation with love. I do see your energy doing that right now, so I'm not too concerned about that, honestly. I just do feel that it's gonna find you're gonna find it strange to start a new path, after disconnect and really find yourself and find what you really want. So maybe, you know, that's the faith towards the future that is going to be more difficult rather than that accepting what has happened. Okay. So for the time frame, it says 2 months. You are expecting some events and a renewal. You are being told that many things will be put into place 2 months from now. Until then, you will receive important signs, but a significant change you are waiting for will come in 2 months. A new page is being written, and you will harvest the fruits of your labor and effort. Do not push nor rush anything, because you are not yet in an energy of realization for your romantic projects. But in 2 months, everything will be possible. So within 2 months, things will start moving for you. And, you know, for now, you need to mourn what has been in order to be able to create something new for you. You know, that's why maybe that path seems difficult right now. You need your family, maybe you need to make new friends as well to, you know, to shift that energy, you know, go through that change and, you know, be authentic and, you know, listen with love what people say around you, and so you can learn and grow as well as a person and really, you know, take that within you and make something better out of it. Okay, so I will leave you there. Thank you for being here, and really sorry about all the noise. I got my cat being in his devilish hour right now, and you know, my neighbor knocking on my door. Okay, so I hope this reading was clear enough for you and that it helped you in some way. Don't hesitate, you know, consider to subscribe if you feel like doing so. It greatly helps me, and I thank you very much for that. Leave me a comment if you feel like doing so as well. I will reply, okay? Sending you lots of love, and take care.